The Banking Council is to embark on a fundraising initiative to support the Nelson Mandela Children's Foundation by embarking on the Trek for Mandela campaign. This time of the year, most organizations come up with different initiatives by summiting on the Mount Kilimanjaro. And this time, one of the senior executives said the organization doesn't want to be left behind. Mr. Cas Coovadia, CEO of the Banking Council, joins us to talk about this initiative. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Colin. Thanks for the opportunity.
Why has the Banking Council decided to summit the mountain?
Well, the Banking Association has been supporting the Trek for Mandela initiative for quite a few years. It's to raise money and to raise funds for sanitary pads for young girls who can't afford it. And on average, each young girl who can't afford it misses about 50 days of school a year. And given the state of our education, given that education is important, we felt that it's an important initiative to support. So we've been supporting it for a number of years. I've been promising to join the team in climbing Kilimanjaro as part of the fundraising efforts for a number of years.
So far, how has it worked for you? Like, you've been involved for a long time in volumes and, rents and cents. How much have you been able to raise?
Well, they've raised approximately 12 odd million rand. We've actually supported them for a number of years. Some of our staff members have climbed Kilimanjaro. This year's target is to reach 350,000 girls, raise money for them to actually get sanitary pads. There's also an initiative with Discam, Independent Media, and the Mbumba Foundation, which under the Mandela Foundation manages us to actually contribute to sanitary pads. And what those of us who are climbing this year are doing, we've undertaken to also help the fundraising effort. So there's an SMS line where people can contribute 30 rand per SMS. All you have to do is SMS CAS to 42513. And I'm also using my networks to actually raise funds. And hopefully we'd be able to raise a lot of money for this.
For somebody who wants to raise funds for an initiative like this, which funders do you approach and what business plan do you put forward? Because anybody who is to support any initiative will want to know return on investment.
Well, the return on investment in this, as far as I'm concerned, and certainly the networks, my networks that I've been tapping to raise funds, is that we actually contributing to the education efforts of the country. And I think we need to move beyond sort of bottom line returns of investment, given where we are in our country. And we need to look at what contributions we can make in the national interest to promote nation building, to promote education, and to enable young people to actually overcome barriers they should not be overcoming, like this one here. Young girls should not be in a position where they can't afford sanitary pads, which then affect their education, school education. And so the bottom line here is national interest, and I've certainly tapped all my networks and asked them to contribute not just to the line, but there's an account to which they put in larger sums of money, and that's the whole purpose of this interview, and I thank you for that very much.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a personal question.
Sure.
How old are you?
I'm 64.
How fit are you to summit Mount Kilimanjaro?
I'm quite fit. I keep fit generally. I've been hiking. I've been doing the Westcliff Steps. So I've been training. I'm not going to be foolish about this. The climbers are led by Sibusiso Vilane, who's very experienced in climbing. And so, personally speaking, I'll take my guidance from him. But I'm quite confident I'll be able to summit. I'm quite confident that I'll be able to deal with it, but to me it's also a spiritual journey, and I promised my family that I'll be responsible about it, but I'm quite confident I'll summit.
Okay, now level of fitness, just very quickly, what kind of steps of preparations do you have to follow health-wise as well?
Well, you need to be, if you've got heart problems and so on, you shouldn't be doing it. So I've had a full medical checkup done, and I'm okay. I've had my ECG done, I've had STEPS ECG done, and I'm fine. I think that you need to be fit enough to be able to climb very slowly in very harsh conditions and take inclines. Obviously, altitude is an issue. You don't know how you're going to react to the altitude. I mean, my wife and I, with some people, drove through the Himalayas last year, and we reached 6,500 meters, which is higher than Kili. And both of us didn't have altitude problems. We didn't need oxygen or so. So I'm holding thumb that I won't have altitude problems, but we're taking precautions for that.
All right, so just very lastly, if somebody wants to support this initiative, the SMS CAS to
42513.
513.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
There you have it.
Thank you.
Well, all the best and good luck. Take care of yourself up there.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, we're talking to Mr. Cas Coovadia, the CEO of the Banking Council, taking an initiative to summit Mount Kilimanjaro. And of course, we hope to see you when you come back, and you're going to tell us how the journey was.
Absolutely.
All right.